Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Pac-Man TCG here, going over a little VOD review of a game that I was playing the other day with some buddies of mine. Just kind of playtesting some decks. I'm playing Kennen. My buddy's playing Draven with some updated cards. So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's get it started. Gotta turn him sideways for this beautiful LeBlanc mat, by the way. Love this mat. Standard mulligans. Pretty sure I mulligan that Nocturne there. I'm never gonna play Nocturne from my hand ever in my life. So mulliganing it here is the best option. Playing Traveling Merchant turn one, always incredible card. I want cards in the graveyard, obviously. Up from the Deep, an incredible card, turn one, going second. I draw Ride the Wind here. I think I'm just going to play the Kennen to base, get my seal out, tap the seal, play the Kennen. I think I hold back the Traveling Merchant here because I don't know. Maybe he has a cleave in hand or something. I would much rather be on offense against the Draven than be on defense against the Draven. Got my little Empower token for my Kennen Legend. I mean, up from the Deep, turn one, going second. Just if I didn't have a turn one play, he'd have 2 points right now regardless, right? Keeping that 2 point a turn tempo is like, if you can do that, you win the game, right? I have a Diana deck list that I was practicing as well, obviously not in this video, but I do have one that I probably test in future videos. So if you like this kind of content, subscribe. We'll keep it coming. You can see he plays a Darius to base here. That card is scary. Can get up to 7 might really quick. You know, realistically, the highest might I have in the deck besides Baron is the Rasa at 6 might. But luckily, I do have Hidden Blade in hand to deal with something like the Darius. I believe this is the treasure battlefield, right? Where you pay 1, you make a gold. I didn't want to go to Zon Warrens because I actually really liked my hand. I didn't want to discard 2 things. Just fixing my runes so I could have my little miniature key points for me. Now looking at this hand, I think I want to play the Last Rites and then Tide Turner the Kennen just to save it, right? Like, I really don't. Drew another seal. This is a great start for me. Having seals on board is such a good thing for me to have. I'm debating on if I want to use Kennen's Conquer trigger, but I think it's too late. I already played the seal, right? So we're just going to Tide Turner the Kennen away, keep it safe. So realistically, like in my head, he's going to have to use a spell to get over both of the battlefields, right? Unless he has a Kaisa that he can accelerate, but I don't think he's playing Kaisa. I don't know why. Don't ask. Yeah, to me, Kaisa, I mean, everybody knows Kaisa is probably one of the best red cards in the game, especially in a Draven list. I don't, maybe he just didn't draw them. I didn't talk to him too much about how many Kaisas he had in the deck. I just shoot for the stars here, man. Look, if I can keep at least one of these battlefields, it's going to be good for me. Or if I can make him, you know, use his card. So I decided to just Hidden Blade my own Traveling Merchant just so that I can draw. And then one thing you'll see that I draw is the Shadow Order Disciple. I actually took those out of the deck and replaced them with Treasure Hunters. I do think that it makes the deck a little bit more consistent, especially when I'm not drawing the seals in the game. Treasure Hunter really keeps my rune count where it should be instead of having to deramp every turn. Having that gold to help me stay up on rune count is crucial. So looking back, that was actually the right play to kill my own unit. Because next turn, I have the Kennen legend ability to give Assault 2 to a unit. And you see he is having to use a cleave, right? So at least I'm getting that out of his hand so he doesn't get it again next turn, right? And I don't care about losing a tide turn, to be honest with you. I don't have like a Star-Crossed in hand to bring it back and reuse the ability, so it is what it is. He's got 5 runes up, leaving the tentacle at base. I wonder if he just passes here. I don't necessarily remember what he did. I actually love seeing this card right here. Don't care about losing my Shadow Order Disciple. Doesn't matter to me. There was no point for me to play it anyway. I'm more than happy playing with just the Kennen right now, especially since he's moving his Darius back. It really is like no danger for me to conquer both battlefields next turn, knowing that I have this ride to win in it, right? I could even play the Last Rites, equip the Last Rites, and then ride the wind. It looks like I have enough. If I have a Rasa in the trash, that's probably what I end up doing. But even just playing the Lightning Rush, conquering, replaying the Lightning Rush, playing the Ride the Wind, going over to the other battlefield, I have 4 more cards in my graveyard at that. So he replays his Up from the Deep, gets another couple tentacles, do base. Now see, I draw the Rasa here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 in the bin. Probably play Lightning Rush here, just to get a couple more units in the, or just get a couple more cards in the trash. Don't need the Last Rites. I could possibly use this Star-Crossed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thinking a stack deck, so I'm trying to put it bottom of my deck, but that's the great thing about Lightning Rush. Throw it in the graveyard. Rasa comes out for free now, basically, right? Because I have seals. So I get to play a free Rasa to base. He's tapped out right now, right? So I've kind of got free reign on basically doing whatever I want. He has no combat tricks at Zon Warrens. And see, I took the Star-Crossed and then went to Zon Warrens. Now I don't really want to discard any cards, right? Because I want both of these cards in my hand. Drawing that, dude, I'm going to say this like 5 times in this video. Drawing the Nocturne is the worst feeling that this deck has. And seeing the Nocturne on a stack deck or a Lightning Rush is the best feeling. So we're moving over to the pressure battlefield. I'll probably end up flowing the Lightning Rush again, just so that I can get some more cards in the graveyard. Really just a free draw, right? Like I get to look at 3 cards, put one in my hand. If I see a Nocturne, I'm ecstatic. Probably take the Fizz. This is just really good synergy with all the stuff in my graveyard. The Ride the Wind, the Star-Crossed with his big units, like, excellent card. So I've scored my 2 points. I'm at 4. I'm keeping that point tempo up. Problem is, I think he is also at 4. I can't really read the dial. Looks like he's at 3. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I think I'm ahead in point tempo currently. And the really good thing about this deck is I'm not really keeping units in my hand at all. Like, so if he's going to play Bone Skewer, most likely, if I have a unit in my hand, I don't necessarily need it, right? Like, if you take the Nocturne out of my hand, I don't care. I'm not playing it anyway. But if he has Draven Audacious on the battlefield, I'm a little bit worried. I'm in a really good spot here. I think that if I draw the Harrowing, I don't think I do this game, but if I did, this game would be over. The game would be so over. Just counting out my grave again. Seeing what units I can bring back if I want to. The deck gets to play so many good cards. He loves to hide cards in this deck. I do think, to be honest, this is a good question, actually. If I target a hard bargain in my trash to give it flow, I can still play it at reaction speed at any time during the turn. I'll have to look that up. But if that's the case, that makes the Kennen mechanic even more broken. Another hidden card, man. This guy's playing like he's a Teemo player. See, now I'm kind of freaked. I think the play here is probably Fizz Starcrossed on the Darius. I don't think that he would play a switcheroo where he has the Darius. I think he would probably play the switcheroo at the battlefield with the 2 tentacles. Lightning Rush 2 stack deck off the stack deck is crazy. I'll take the Lightning Rush all day, though. One of the best cards in my deck. And any Kennen deck, really. Being able to filter through these is awesome. See me snap grab that Ross of the Sunder. Definitely going to play it. I want to get this Nocturne out of my hand. It serves no purpose. I'm not going to play it. I'm really thinking about what the best play here is. I don't think I actually move this Kennen in. I think I play... Yeah, I'm going to play the Rasa, and I also think I'm going to play the Fizz here. I want to get this Darius off the battlefield. As soon as possible, right? Like, I don't want to deal with the 5 might. He's got 5 runes up. If he plays 2 spells, Darius is a 7 might unit, right? Don't want to deal with it. So I do it, play the Fizz. I'm going to target the Star-Crossed, I believe. Yep, going for Star-Crossed. We're going to target the Fizz and the Darius. This, I mean, it looks a lot more manageable now, right? So that's going to be exiled. Keep that thing away from me. I don't want it near my graveyard. It was a fizz, so I had to recycle it, right? So do I have a hard bargain in hand? I'm actually not sure. Might be a pike. Yeah. He's paying the cost for pike to give it more might. And then I probably, yep, I'm going to tap my Kennen Legend, give my Kennen Assault 2. Here comes the BS. Spinning Axe is such a good card, man. Reaction speed, gear, quick draw, +3, low cost. So now I'm at 8 might total. And I think the pike is at 7, if I remember correctly. Another Spinning Axe. It's just crazy, man. But he's down to 2 runes, right? So I don't necessarily care about losing Rasa the Sunderer because I still have a Last Rites. I can still replay it. But I'm definitely not in a great spot. I think what I end up doing here is Hidden Blade. Just so that I can detach those Spinning Axes. Those things are a nightmare to deal with. I do believe this is a misplay here that nobody caught. I did not pay. I did not pay the yellow power play that spell. I technically am keeping an extra rune here. He's only got 4 runes. I think, and looking at this board state, I feel still like I'm ahead. He can't even play as Darius right now. I think he does develop 2 units, though. I think it's the Pouty Poro and then Nox Hopeful. We'll see if I'm right. If it is, it's probably the best thing you can do with 4 runes, right? Yeah, so he's at 5 points. I really would like a double conquer here. That would be ideal. So since I've seen the pike already, I do think that the next sitting card is the switcheroo, which if I sent the Rasa in would be terrible. I don't necessarily care about the Fitz dying here. It's served its purpose, right? Having this giant graveyard feels so good. You see me put the Kennen on top because I need that thing back out ASAP. Finally got that damn Nocturne out of my hand, man. I have to play the Kennen. Do I play Fizz? No, I think I play Kennen here. Definitely the... Yeah, it's definitely the better play. I'm not super concerned about other cards in his hand. He's only going to be at 6 runes next turn. You see me counting to see if I have enough runes to play the Baron, which I obviously don't. It would be sick, though. So I am going for the Fizz. I wonder what I'll be... Oh, I'm doing Fizz Ride the Wind. So I can get that second point. And then with the second Conquer, I will be getting the Kennen. It's actually a sick play, I'm not gonna lie. I'm paying 1 for the gold. You'll notice again, I did not pay the power for the Ride the Wind. I don't, again, we were playing for 3 hours at this point. I really don't think it would have mattered in the end of the game. Like, it might have. It might have. That Ride the Wind's going to get banished. Now I just need to score 2. I need to score both battlefields to win next turn, right? He really only has enough runes to play the Draven Vanquisher. I do think we'll probably end up getting a scoop. If I remember correctly, I think he does scoop up this game 1. He'll be scoring to 7 here, but I think that my board is probably too developed to deal with, to be honest. I can get my Rasa to 10 might easily, right? So he's just trying to hold at this point, I think, right? Another hidden. I believe it's a bone skewer, but again, I do have that abandon in hand, which is crucial. I don't use it because I don't think I have any units in hand anyway. But just having it in hand for stuff like this when he's tapped out on runes, so beneficial, right? Because he can't even replay it if he wanted to. Hard bargain is just strictly better though, right? In this situation. Yeah, you see I draw my second up from the deep. So now that I'm looking at the board, I can definitely conquer with the Kennen on the Zon Warrens. Discard an up from the deep and draw a card. There's nothing really in my graveyard that I want to play unit-wise. I'm using the Fizz just to bait out, any kind of, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he has a eye turner or something. I don't know. It is the Bone Skewer. I don't have anything in hand, and he scoops it up. So that was game 1. I felt like the tempo that I had, I didn't really feel like I was ever really behind, just because I was going through my deck so efficiently. You see, I'm just moving in just to secure that win, right? I'd shown him I did have the abandon for the Bone Skewer, so it really wouldn't have mattered, even if I did have a unit, right? Yeah, that was game 1. Game 2's right after this. make sure you stick around and watch it. Thanks again for checking it out. Here we are for game 2. Let's get into it. So again, I'm playing Kennen. My buddy Cam is playing Draven. I feel like I don't want to abandon here. Yeah, everything else we can keep. I have Hard Bargain and Abandon in the same hand. I cut Abandon out of this list. I didn't feel like it was necessary. I know I'm only practicing against the one deck right now, but I played against Nasus the same day. Didn't play the mirror match, but my buddy Christian also has a Kennen deck, built a little bit differently than mine. Tide Turner draw 1 is great. Tide Turner stack deck, really good turn 1 going second. Unfortunately, I want the Ride the Wind here. Ride the Wind's probably the best card in the deck. Movement is crazy, especially with the Tide Turner. And then Double Conquer is insane. Getting 2 flow costs in 1 turn. Basically just getting 2 copies of the same card, right, if you wanted to. Salvage and Hidden Blade in hand. Salvage and Hidden Blade both can be used as combat tricks, right? So it could come to a point where I could respond to a spinning axe. Here we're discussing why he has 6 runes on turn 2. What ended up happening was if you look back in the video, he actually puts two runes down at the end of his first turn. And then at the start of his second turn, he puts down 2 more runes. I'm looking at my board like, I know I'm not this far behind. There's no way. So, little misplay again. We're tired. We've been playing for like 3 hours at this point already. I just wanted to make sure I got a game recorded to put on YouTube for you guys. I've been taking this thing pretty seriously, man. So I know I got pack openings on the channel. I've got some Vendetta opening. I got a Vendetta booster box stuff, packs a pack every day. So he just played stack deck. He's gonna play a Noxus Hopeful next. Again, a great combo. Here I'm asking him about Bone Skewer and Baron in my hand. I didn't know that Bone Skewer is a May ability, so he doesn't have to choose a unit from my hand, but it does give him a hand knowledge about what I can do in future turns. Perfect seal. Tap the seal, play the Kennen. I've got an incredible start going on here. I do think I hold off on the... No, I don't. So we're sending the Tide Turner in. We're sending the Traveling Merchant in. We're going to discard... Probably discard Hidden Blade here. Because realistically, I'm thinking about being able to recycle it with Kennen eventually. Drawing the Nocturne, the worst draw in this deck. And then I mill one. Your boy's hurting. Your boy's hurting. I was thinking about using the Ride the Wind on the Tide Turner, but I think I would much rather use it to get Kennen out of a messy situation. One thing I didn't notice from this Draven deck was a lot of kill spells, right? Like I didn't see a Falling Star. So Noxus Hopeful for the Traveling Merchant is what it is, Moves into Seat of Power, gets his draw. Such a good battlefield. If there's any decks that you guys want to see us play, make sure to let me know in the comment. If you've gotten this far in the video, I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up on the video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff like this. Again, another hidden card. I believe it's a Switcheroo. if I'm not mistaken. Drawing a Ride the Wind is insane. Love it so much. So he's tapped out, so I know I kind of have some free reign to do whatever I want. Got the hard bargain in hand. Giving my Kennen Assault 2. I do want to Ride the Wind here. But true, I will be hard bargaining this. No reason for that to resolve when he has no runes up. Double Conquer. I believe I take the Lightning Rush here. Yeah. All right, I just take the Lightning Rush here. Yeah, it's the best. It's one of the best cards in the deck. I actually ended up taking Tide Turner out of this deck. I think I added another Ride the Wind. I was only playing 2 originally. I play 3 now. It's that good. You know, I keep my banished cards away from my table. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Messes up my count for the Rasa plays. Now my board is set up. I've got a Rasa. I've got a Kennen. I should have re-empowered the Kennen, which I don't know that I did, but I don't think it's going to matter. But it is, so this is the stuff I like looking back and seeing, right? So he pushes the Draven Audacious into the battlefield, swaps with the Tide Turner. I actually did just buy a little metal fab point counter, like a digital touchscreen point counter, so we can actually see on screen who's up and who's got how many points, right? So I don't know if you can see it, but on the right hand side of the screen he has a little circular point counter, but I can't really see it from where I'm at. So I did draw the Harrowing here. Yeah, I'm bopping to the music, dude. Our playlist was kind of fire all day. Yeah, kind of keep the volume down so I don't want to get copyright strike. In the future, I probably won't have anything in the background. Maybe have some lapel mics so you can hear our conversations. We love a Starcross. This means that we can get rid of this Draven Audacious. Such a pain to deal with. See, I milled from the minefield first, then I chose the Starcross to target. He's reminding me that my Kennen's empowered. There's a lot of stuff in this deck, man. I'm just assuming that he lets this go through. I didn't ask him, I just kind of did it. If I don't have a Last Rites in hand, I'm taking the Last Rites. I recycled for the deflect on the Draven Audacious. Yeah, Last Rites is better here because I know I'll probably conquer again. conquering with last rites just means I get to play it from the graveyard, right? So I'm going to be at 6 runes next turn. Technically, if I did mill the Baron Nashor, I'd be able to play it next turn. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, because I'm at 5 points. I get Baron, go to 6, conquer both, I win the game, right? Another thing that I'm not really seeing out of his deck is I don't know that he's playing Kaisa. That's another thing that we talked about afterwards, is like Kaisa's like the best red unit in the game. He needs to be playing Kaisa. Needs to be a 3 of. I'm going to play the last rites here. We're going to equip it for the Rasa. So here I should have targeted the flash on Conquer, because the way I set up the triggers was I was going to have the mill 2 from the minefield. Then I was going to have the Conquer trigger from the Kennen target the flash. I didn't speak that though. So I'm going in with the Rasa, understanding that I want to use the flash to pull them both out. So I can play it at any time in the turn, but I have to target it when I conquer. See, this was a little bit greedy because he had 2 mana up. Hard bargain. I wouldn't have had enough runes to pay for it. And I would have been stuck with the Draven Audacious coming in. Not a good scenario. And now we're talking about the Conquer trigger of Kennen. I'm just making sure that I have to actually choose that when I conquer with Kennen. I thought that I was just able to pick a spell at any time in the rest of the turn. If I conquered with Kennen, that's not what the card says, though. The card is a little bit more specific when it comes to that. So I think that he scoops it up here. We'll see. I'm just checking over the card to make sure that the wording is right. This testing time was like super crucial for me. Learning a new deck. I was on Diana all last set. Diana performed really well for me. This meta, I don't think Diana's as strong. And I think that if you play Gear Hate against Kennen, I don't think Kennen's actually that great either. So yeah, you see here he scoops it up. He just didn't have anything in his hand that could deal with the Rasa and the Kennen plus the assault from the Kennen Legend. So, hey man, if you guys made it to this far in the video, I would really appreciate it if you like, subscribed, left a comment. If you shared the video, that would be fantastic. I'm trying to get more of these uploaded. I'm trying to get some overhead POVs. I'm trying to get some mics to hook up to me and whoever I'm playing with. I have a blast making these videos. I really appreciate you guys watching them, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.